Hello, my name is Sarah and today we're continuing the Sims 4 mod tutorials. For today's episode we are diving into careers and there is a lot to cover, so I'm gonna cover this over a few episodes, so make sure to keep your file that you are creating here today, because in the next few episodes we'll be using the same file. As you can see, I have the Mod Constructor 5 open, and today we're gonna start with just a very basic Rabbithole career. A Rabbithole career is the career that The Sims came out with in the beginning. Like if your Sims joins a business career, for example, where you don't have the PTO option, where your phone would ring and be like, you want to work from home, or you want to go to home, or go to work, sorry, or you want to stay at home and don't do anything. We're just starting out with the basic Rabbithole career, and then in future episodes we'll be changing this career into a work from home career, and we're also going to look at how to add a career to university, how to add the famous pop-up and stuff that you get with Get Famous, and the responsibility pop-up, and also have a look at the new rival system that came with growing together, but that's all for future episodes. So today's episode we're going to just keep it very basic, very simple, with just a plain Rabbithole career. So to get started, we're going to click on add element and we're going to say career. Now, of course, we're going to give our career a name. So now I've created the career element. I already filled in the name, the description, the icon, and the image. The image, I just took a screenshot from game and placed it in here. And the icons is the icon of the career. And the image is the image that will pop up above the description, sorry. And you might notice already that I wrote down the hunter career. I used to have this hunter career after binge watching Supernatural, big fan. And then I created this career, and I retired the career a few months ago, but I am bringing it back. I have already finished the whole Rabbithole part of the career, so what we are covering today. So I thought it would be a great idea that you can follow along to something that I will be releasing, because I haven't done that yet in the past few episodes. So yeah, we'll be definitely going through everything together and to make sure that the mod that we have created, that it will fully work and be fully functional for other people to download. And then we also will have a look at how to upload to CurseForge. But that's all the way at the end of this series of the career part. So yeah, let's dive back into the Rabbithole career. What is very simple, very basic to do, but it takes a long time because you have to write down everything, and that's just, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. Okay, so now we filled in this whole part. It is very important that the career has a company name. You can change this to whatever you want to. You can add more if you want to. If you add more, then the game will just randomly choose one of the companies that your sim is working for. I'm going to just leave it as it is, because like I said before, I already have finished the whole Rabbithole hunter career. And then we have enable paid time off, and it just means like the vacation days. So most of the A's ones start with 3, so I'm leaving it at 3. One thing I do want to mention is that unfortunately we cannot add more vacation days in the mod constructor for a reward promotion thing, but we will look into that further, how to add that in the Sims 4 Studios once we dive into the Sims 4 Studio. Okay, and then it will have the text, vacation day, hunter career. And here we can see for who we allow this career to be. I removed elder from my career because I don't feel like elder people can really run after vampires, any occult stims. So yeah, I removed my career for elders. So it's only available to young adults and adults. And then the performance statistic, leave it as it is, but I do very much recommend change the label and change the ID name. In this case, I would say hunter career statistic. I click on update, open it again, and generate ID from label. This is a must, especially if we're going to open this in the Sims 4 Studio in the next episode. Please do this, otherwise you're going to get super confused. So yeah, make sure that for everything you open the element settings and make sure that the ID has a very recognizable name and it's not just those random numbers. Next, if we go down from the career info, we have career type, and in career type here at the top we can choose if it's going to be a full-time career, a part-time career, volunteer, or an after-school activity. I'm going to leave mine as a full-time career, so yeah, choose whatever one works for you. And then under here we have general and specific. If we look at general, this just has all the EA versions of what happens if your sim, for example, misses work. You will get the text, "My boss is calling, should I pick up?" If you click on it, you can change the text to whatever you want to, but it'll be still in the same position. So it'll still be like, "My boss is calling, should I pick up?" Be still in that situation. Honestly, I would just leave it as it is and don't touch anything in here unless it's very specific to your career. Then yes, go and do that. Then the specific part is for the work from home. Again, just leave it as it is. Under the career type, we have levels. And first of all, go to the new career track and change the name, of course, of this. I'm not going to do that right now, but the levels is basically the levels of the levels in the career. So, you know, I think most of the in-game one has like 6 or 7 levels before you can upgrade to one of the branches. But yeah, so click on the new career level, and then we can go into settings, change the name, of course. You can name the career level, so that'll be the name of the career. In my case, let me open the yeah, so in my case, let me just copy everything. In my case, it's the lore student, and then the description of the lore student will say, "My sim's name, Lana in this case. Lana is the newest member of Winchester Corp. This company was created by the brothers Dean and Sam Winchester a few generations ago. They created Winchester Corp to fight against creatures who are hiding in the shadows. Ghosts, vampires, mermaids, spellcasters, and werewolves." Because those are all the occults right now in game. I specifically left aliens out because aliens are not supernatural. They're aliens, you know, they're creatures from sci-fi, not fantasy. So that's why I left those out. But yeah, you can just type in the name, the description. I would definitely recommend after typing in the name, you can see the name changed here. Go into settings and then type in the same name they used here for the ID. So let me just copy that. I'm gonna place it above there and then generate ID from label. Then underneath here we have the simoleons per hours. In my case, I went for 19 simoleons per hour. And then under here we have the days that they're working. So right now it says Monday to Friday. I'm going to leave it as it is. Then we have the begin hour, and it's the hour that your Sims starts working. I'm gonna put it at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then the duration is for how long they are working. So if you just do 7 plus 8, we get to 15, and 15 is 3 o'clock. So my sim will be working from 7 to 3. The minutes, if I would say 30, now it will mean my sim will start working at 7:30. And then she will finish at 3:30, yes. Okay, we have uniforms where we can add any uniform that we want that is already in game. We will also go over how to create your own uniform, because for my Rabbithole, I do want to create my own uniform. So if you've already done that, you can click here and put in the tuning ID number. And you can find that in the Sims 4 Studio. Okay, further along we have the performance required for promotion. Leave it at 100. 100 just means your sim needs to be 100% to be able to be required for a promotion. And then if you open the negative emotion performance, we can choose to make negative emotions as a positive. So this could be quite handy if you're doing like an evil type of career. So you can, for example, say if my sim goes to work angry, yes, they will get a promotion faster. So you just click on that and then it will turn the angry emotion into a positive emotion. So that is the settings part. Then if we go to promotion objective set, right now this is what your sim needs to complete, like the task that they needs to complete to be able to get a promotion. And this is not the daily task that some careers have, like the business career where you have to fill out a report. That doesn't work here. We can also not add that here in the Sims 4 mod constructor. However, we'll be looking at that later for the Sims 4 Studio, because I also want to add that option into my career. But yeah, we're just going to open and say create, click on the plus over here, and then a label override, very important. I do recommend leaving the object set behind it so you kind of know what it means. Okay, so I can't remember if it said objective set or object set. I think it was objective set. Yeah, here it says object, yeah, okay. So I would definitely go say lore student objective set, and with the lore student I mean use the same name that you've been using for this part of the level, because that will make it easier for you to look at it later. And then of course we still have to go and click here and make sure to generate ID from label and say update. And now the objectives, these were the same as the aspiration objectives from the previous episode. Have a look at that if you want a better explanation of how it works. Okay, so basically just type in the name. I went for reach level 2 vampire lore skill, and then the tooltip is to make it easier for the player to understand what they have to do to be able to complete this. I always use the same text that is in game, so I copied this from one of the aspirations I think, and I just copied it in here. So now to make sure that this is fully functional, I'm going to leave it on based on objective type, and then I'm gonna click over there, go to statistics, make sure to say 2 at amount, and then the statistic nothing selected. I'm going to click over there, scroll down and choose GP04, what is the vampire pack, and say select for the vampire lore skill. Okay, this might have gone a bit fast, but also I want to mention that the skill tag condition is not skills, so you really have to use the statistic conditions. Okay, I want to do one more with you guys. I'm gonna copy this, and this is a interaction. So here we need to debate the existence of vampires. For that, I'm going to choose interaction. Yeah, the N is not written here, but that's okay. I'm gonna choose interaction, and you can see say how many times you need this to be completed. I'm just gonna go for 1. Then I'm gonna click over here again and find the interaction condition. Then here we have interactions. I click on that. Make sure to go to GP04, and then I'm just going to type in debate at the top and click that, select, and now that one is working perfectly as well. We can also choose to say only pass if interaction is succeeds. If I click that, then I also have the option to go for fail, and that just means for positive or negative outcome. Then if the player cancels the interaction and you still want it to be completed, so make sure to select that. But if the game does it, I leave it always on for the game, because sometimes there are weird reasons why the game would suddenly cancel an interaction. But yeah, I just leave it on for including interaction that were cancelled by the game, so it will still say marked as complete. Okay, and so now to go further along with the list, we have promoted to reward. Something very important is that promoted to reward, this area is the money, for example, that you get for promotion, but it is for getting promoted to the current career level that you are working for. So in this case, if we would add anything here, that means that the sim, once they start the career, will get something. So I like to only add remove the money reward. So I'm going to delete that because I don't want sims to already get money for not even having a promotion, but I like to add here a buff. Just like, oh yay, I've joined the hunter career, how exciting, you know, just something in that direction, to make it a little bit more personal. But now if we would go to the next level, what would be this one, and we go here promote, and we say money reward. Now it would mean if the sim gets promoted to this level, what is the second level, they will get this money for the promotion. So yeah, you can also add anything else that you like. There's a money fixed amount, which just means they get the exact amount. Range, you can say between 500 and 700 simoleons, for example. You can choose for no reward, object reward, could be fun, perk points, random rewards, satisfaction points, trade reward. There are just lots of things you can do. So yeah, definitely have a look at that and see how you like it. Also, before we continue, make sure to again open the element here and give this a proper name. I like to use the name of the level that we are working with, so I'm going to say lore student reward set, because this is the reward set that says it over here, and then just update, open it again, and make sure to generate ID from label. You also have the option to click if it's a household reward. This is a good idea to just click that for objects, so it will be placed in the household inventory. And then a notification, I just leave that, I don't even fill that in, but you can create your own notification that you want, because with this mod it already does the money reward notification for the promotions. It already adds that, so you don't really have to add a new notification unless you want to. So there'll be 2 notifications then visible if you do that. Okay, to continue, we're going into branches, and branches are the 2 different new tracks, career tracks. So in this case, I have the, let me go. I have the hunter and the office job, so basically going into the field or staying in the office, 2 different branches for the hunter career. So yeah, you can just fill that in how you want to. This looks exactly the same as this area over here. So yeah, this is just where you can choose the branches. You can create as many branches that you want. You don't have to stick with 2. You can even do 1, but it's always fun to have at least a minimum of 2 so players can choose what way they feel like is better for their sim. And again, don't forget to change the ID. And then in every new career track, in the new branch, you can create the new level. So this works exactly the same as over here. So yeah, also I want to say, if you made a mistake in here and this one, let me just name that X for now, and actually this one you want to be the first level, you can just drag and drop. So now this one will be the first level, and then the lore student will be the second level. So yeah, that's how that works, and you can do that everywhere basically, but it's great. Also, you can go from this branch into another branch if you want to make it even more complex. You can do crazy stuff, so yeah, have a look and play around with that. The work from home assignments, I'm just going to leave that blank for now. And then we have the availability conditions. This part, I've been trying to figure out how it works, but it doesn't work for me. I've tried it because I've added, as you can read this over here, I have added a trade condition. So I went like this, added the trade condition, say blacklist, and added all the occults to it, so that occult sims cannot go into the hunter career, but it didn't work. So I gotta figure out a different way for it to work, but I'll probably just do that in the Sims 4 Studios. And then last on the list is the career interactions. Again, go click on this and change the name. I like to add balloons. Balloons are basically the image that will pop up above your Sim's head when they go to work or they're talking about their work. So yeah, go and create one. New balloon, say add balloon, make sure again to give it a proper name, and then I like to add just the image from that I'm using already for the career, and that is that. So yeah, that's basically how you create a very basic Rabbithole career. I hope I didn't go too quickly over everything, so if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. But let's go into game. So here we are in game with Lana Winter, and I'm gonna click on join career. So here we are. The careers are in alphabetic order, so we can scroll down till we find H for Hunter, and here we are. And I'm gonna click OK. So now my sim has joined the hunter career and she is a lore student. If I hover over the image, you will see the text that I created for the description, and this is of course the name over here, and here we have the days that we'll be working, our 3 days of vacation that is available, and then here are our promotional tasks, so tasks that needs to happen before we are able to get promoted. We need to reach level 2 vampire lore skill, we need to debate the existence of vampires at least once, and we need to ask 3 ghosts about being dead. Yeah, very fun and all. And if I open this up, we will have the buff that I created that I mentioned. My buff says ghosts, vampires, mermaids, spellcasters, and werewolves. Lana's boss must be joking, right? So I went for a tense mood. And I used the same image of the career as well. So yeah, and now it's important before we go further along with this career, it's very important to make sure that you've correctly done the promotional task and that they all work. Let's go and test the search for vampires. So here we are, we already reached level 2, I think. Yes, level 2 of vampire lore skills. So yeah, it looks perfect to me. And now we need to go and let's invite a friend over. Well, not really a friend. Let's invite Ava over and do a friendly introduction. Okay, wait. Let me quickly cheat the weather because it's going to thunder and it pisses me off. Okay, wait. Let me open this. Okay. Now we've introduced ourselves. I'm gonna go deep thought and debate existence of vampires. And that worked as well, perfectly. And now the last thing is I need to ask 3 ghosts about being dead. So I'm gonna cheat her being dead. So with MCC, of course, we're gonna add a trait. Let's say ghost. What do I feel like today? Oh, I was actually wondering what this image is of, but it's died of poison. Fun. Okay, whatever. I'm choosing the chicken one. I don't know why. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, so now she's dead and she's a ghost. We can go again and go to deep thoughts and ask about being dead. Oh my god, the noise. It's terrifying. Deep thought. Let me try again. Okay, and here we go. It worked for the first time, so I know it's going to work for the other 2, so I'm just gonna go and right click. So I like to use the UI cheat extensions mod for testing careers, because otherwise it's going to take forever. But yeah, if you just right click on the image, you can now promote yourself and then test out every single promotional task and see if it works. I'm gonna click on promote to branch selection. So here we got the branch selection, and I got Hunter and Winchester Corp. If you have more, they will all be added underneath here. So yeah, that's how it works. So I'll click Hunter. Oh my god, that was loud. Was that too loud? We have all these promotional things because I promoted her heaps. But as you can see, it also says 500 simoleons as a bonus. So I didn't add any of those notifications that I mentioned that you can add yourself again. But yeah, it will just automatically say over here. What I do with this mod is that at the end, when she maxes out, say promote to max, is that the sim will get a reward trait. I haven't filled in anything here, I haven't done anything to it because I thought we'll go and do it together. So yeah, this is the hunter trait that she will get, and basically what I'm thinking about it is that she will easily know what sim is a occult, and that like occult sims are afraid of her, so they get like a negative emotion. That's what I've been thinking about of doing that with this. So yeah, that's basically how you create a very basic rabbit hole career. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below, or go to my Discord where you can assign the mod tutorials role and ask me any questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!